Just do it!
Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm Adam Ellis.
First we gave computers legs, then we gave them the ability to learn, and now we're teaching them to be notorious criminals. Because apparently researchers are using Grand Theft Auto to teach self-driving cars how to drive. That's the worst idea ever.
Does your hubris know no bounds, scientists?
Never!
Next, they'll use No Man's Sky to teach computers about honesty.
Too
More
far.
No Man's Sky burns.
Too far. This troubling news comes from a report published by MIT Technology Review, which discusses a study out of Intel Labs and Darmstadt University in Germany. As part of the study, researchers have developed a way to help computers gather data about driving thanks to Grand Theft Auto's open world and realistic imagery.
But don't worry, that doesn't mean self-driving cars are going to start causing mayhem on our streets and racking up wanted stars just yet.
They're gonna play it cool first.
According to the Technology Review, the program works by creating a layer between hardware and software, allowing the learning machine to classify objects from the game's road scene.
Let's just hope they're not watching any Achievement Hunt or Knievel, or maybe they should, because that would be awesome. Accident prone, also achievement prone, accident prone, but awesome.
Part of the reason for using Grand Theft Auto is because the game's open world is varied enough that it gives computers plenty of scenarios more efficiently. Rather than sending a car out on the road for thousands of hours, it can spend thousands of hours simulating within the game itself.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Plus, there are certain things you don't want to actually simulate as much in real life for the computer, like slamming into walls or other vehicles at high speeds.
And in addition to all that, there's the matter of actually recognizing things like street signs, people, and other objects on the road scenes. Creating a database for the computer to draw from would actually require quite a bit of manual work from human researchers, but creating the software to pull all the game's objects automatically saves tons of time.
Efficiency, I like it. Now, the computer's already got a working database of buildings, sidewalks, massive shootouts, crashing helicopters, dudes in holiday pajamas, the kind of stuff you'd see while driving around in real life.
One YouTube user, Craig Quitter, actually has some videos up showing similar software that he's working on with his own GTA modifications. And so far, the cars are driving just a little bit bumpy.
Just a little bit. So it just shows that more and more people are turning to virtual worlds to gather data for learning AI because the real world sucks. Games are awesome.
And scientists agree. One PhD student from the University of British Columbia who has done previous work regarding computer vision systems was quoted in Technology Review's piece saying, "Annotating real-world data is an expensive operation and the current approaches do not scale up easily."
He went on to say, "We showed that this synthetic data is almost as good, or sometimes even better, than using real data for training."
A lot of that has to do with just how much time it takes to give computers enough information to learn. Google self-driving cars, for instance, have logged more than 1.5 million miles on the road over the last few years in order to gather data for their autonomous vehicles.
Tesla claims that it adds 1.5 million logged miles per day thanks to the entire fleet of Teslas gathering data to be used for the car's autopilot modes. I like to think we contribute to that just a tiny bit. They just pushed out an enormous update to autopilot this week, actually, which now switches the focus of the car's data gathering to a radar sensor rather than a front-mounted camera. According to them, the radar sensor is way more accurate and probably would have prevented that fatal accident that occurred with a Tesla earlier this year, although that guy should not have been watching DVDs.
But considering the general unease much of society feels about the idea of self-driving cars,
unfortunately,
more data is needed all the time to improve the performance of autonomous vehicles, even though 94% of crashes are caused by human error in the first place.
So take that, humans. So what better place to gather these hours and hours of information than video games, because at least that way the deaths are virtual. Other studies recently have also shown that more and more researchers are relying on video games as a playground for computers to learn all kinds of stuff, not just driving. And in many ways, games are actually helping lead the charge for learning AI. So you can blame video games for the singularity.
Back in March, we reported on AIX, the AI learning project out of Microsoft Cambridge UK lab. In that program, scientists are trying to get AI to learn the arduous task of navigating the simplistic, procedurally generated sandbox world of Minecraft.
Yet the first task they set out to teach AI was how to climb hills in the game. When the scientists placed the AI agent in the environment, it actually had no idea where it was, what was happening, what its mission was. However, as it started to make progress, they offered it rewards.
Computer doggy treats.
Virtual doggy treats.
Putting this kind of learning into a virtual world is much more efficient and cost-effective than, say, teaching a real robot how to climb an actual hill. You'd have to repair the robot constantly, replace it if it tumbled into a river, or put it down if it got tired of your shit and decided to kill you in your sleep.
And who could blame it? In another report from earlier this spring, Technology Review wrote about another research project out of Xerox Research Center, Europe, which was developing photorealistic models in the Unity engine in order to teach AI how to better recognize real-world objects. The head researcher said that he first got his idea by watching a friend play Assassin's Creed.
And
I don't know how, but it's cool.
And a separate group at Johns Hopkins University is creating software that can be used to connect a learning computer to games using the Unreal Engine. So that means soon an AI could recognize batarangs, Big Daddies, Solarians, and chainsaw guns.
All the most important things that AI should know about. But of course, they really should learn to master GTA first. Preferably the law-abiding version of GTA. Have you ever been playing GTA and stopped at a light and waited for traffic to go?
It's actually kind of fun.
I've done that. That's the way I'm terrible at GTA is I actually obey traffic laws. I'm terrible at that game. So maybe they'll be a little bit more daring. They can learn heists next. We can send them out to get us all kinds of money and diamonds.
What do you guys think of using Grand Theft Auto to teach computers more about driving? Let us know in the comments.
And heists, obviously. For future updates on video games, aiding technology, and leading to the end of humanity, like this video and subscribe to The Know while you still can. We live in a future dumb world and I love it.
It's dumb. It's real dumb.